Hey, good morning, you guys. Just wanted to give a quick run through on this FZ07 2017. Been working on it for maybe about 2 months since purchase, and I kind of wanted to go through a couple of mods and touch ups that I've done that I am very pleased with, and maybe I can throw some name brands out there that can help you guys make some selections on some purchases and items. Um, so first and foremost, complete TST tail eliminator. Um, I've seen others that I guess you can say, you know, are competing brands and are just as great as TST. I personally like TST because of the smoke out look that it's going with the black and red contour. Um, Other than that, it is a pretty easy setup, and it gives a really good look to the end of the bike. Very clean. You got this whole end completely naked, and just kind of what I wanted. I got rid of my rear passenger pegs. Um, they're a little too bulky, and I really like the way this tail sticks out that way. So that's the whole aesthetics there. Just standard reflectors, strips. I believe these have the FZ07 somewhere. Oh, there it goes. And then the Puig fender extender. Um, the Bellissimoto is actually on there because I am running the MWR air filter, which is a competitor to DNA. If you guys have not uh, heard of the brand or have looked up or researched, I suggest you do so. They're a lot cheaper and they're just as good. If not, I've even read a couple of DNA, uh, I guess you could say, feedbacks, and people have spoken really highly of the MWR air filters. So here is the Graves full system titanium exhaust. Um, this exhaust system sounds freaking awesome. Since I've installed, it's been about 2 weeks. The DB is still in there, DB killer, and I don't plan on taking it out because it's already deep and it roars beautifully. It has this tone that just complements really, really well. And I've heard many exhaust up close and personal. Videos cannot do justice. Don't ever judge an exhaust by a video. Um, you know, Akrapovic, you name it, Two Brothers. Graves by far still my favorite, and I highly recommend them. Considering that they're maybe about 40 miles from me, I can always go ahead and visit them whenever I have any questions, or just write them. Their customer service is excellent, and they're paired up with FTECU, which I'm also running in this full system. As you can see, I have the Active Tune. There's the sensor with the lambda cable connected somewhere up there. It's hidden. I took my time and made sure it wasn't sticking out or anything, but flashed it to the Graves system, ran a few courses, and then came back, reloaded the map that it generated as if the Active Tune was going to be active and running, and making these adjustments. And then I went ahead and enabled the Active Tune, and now the bike is running mean and lean. I mean, no complaints. I'm completely satisfied. So, Graves, guys. In the front, I do have an Evotech radiator cover, which is one of my favorites. I've looked up many. The shipping is not bad considering that it's coming from the East Coast, and by East Coast I don't mean US East Coast, I mean the real East Coast, Europe. These guys are great. It has a small little logo there that you can barely see, but it doesn't bother me. I just love the fact that it covers the whole thing and not just that one little section right there that most of them do. So Evil-Tec, guys, worth it every penny. Packaging is great and their customer service is great. So up in the front, I've done a complete swap. I want to thank Motodemic. These guys are great. They know what they're doing and they're easy to work with. I'm running this slightly higher than recommended. I believe this should be somewhat like here or flushed. They recommend to run low. The stock light does run maybe about in this area here, but you know, I like the fact that it kind of goes with the whole body itself. You know, it doesn't stick out too much. These are the short arms, and these are the M-Blaze pin turning signals. And the cool thing about this JW Speaker adaptive headlight is, and many of you probably have already heard of them, they are pricey but worth every penny. I love the fact they're not too bright, and I love the fact that it has a really wide range coverage without the adaptive kicking in. And this is the adaptive 2, this is the 2nd generation, slightly more lumens and more sensitivity. So you know, just a little more sensitive to the leans and covers more ground. I love them. I love it, I should say. Sorry. So this is a Dart fly screen. I love it. There is a classic that's slightly taller, but it gives it more of that Harley, you know, just American look. But to me, it wouldn't have fit this bike unless, again, if I went lower on the forks for the adjustments on the headlight. But you know, I feel the bucket's in a great spot. I like it. I've tested a couple of runs to see if it you know, covers the streets at night, and of course I made the installation adjustments for the light, making sure that you're measuring, you know, from here to the center of your headlight and then going straight across to 25 feet of a wall. So I've done all these things just to make sure it's running and covering as much ground. The one thing I haven't touched are the levers, and I've heard many times that is one of the first things people do. I wasn't in a hurry. To me, the stocks are fine. I just ordered some, so 3 months later after purchasing the bike, I'm finally going to make the change, considering I made all these other adjustments. Tech spec here. Tank pads are excellent. Sorry, tech spec. I know you had a little logo here. I'm still giving you creds on the video, but I went ahead and pulled that little tab out and spray painted it flat black so that it has just this whole like sleek look, and you know, not this random gray dot. That's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I love the bike. It's really fun to ride. Very responsive, lots of power, and definitely has a great feel to it. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any more questions, and I might be putting some links down there to help you guys, you know, grab some of these upgrades, aftermarket upgrades. Still lots to do. There'll be another video once I've made a couple of more mods and, you know, adjustments, but for now I'm satisfied. Thanks for watching, guys.